It's time to get wood and get real as we dive into Pinocchio Unstrung with a brand new trailer and update from this past week. Let's talk a little bit about it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I want to be a fighter, like you.
Oh, let it burn! Let it burn!
Did you miss me?
You have to shoot them in the head. They always come back.
The boat can leave now. Tell the crew.
Well, sometimes that is better.
Good luck.
Hey everybody, I'm Killjoy Jake, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. If you're hyped up to see Pinocchio's murder rampage like me, then make sure to like this video and subscribe for more updates just like this one. Also, the best way to support the page is by becoming a Patreon supporter, where you'll receive exclusive trailer reaction videos that you can only get over there. In fact, I've already made a trailer reaction for Pinocchio Unstrung, so go check that out by becoming a Patreon member right now. The link is in the description below. Thank you to everyone who keeps me in business. Now let's get into those updates.
Let's give you a smile.
Pinocchio Unstrung is a horror reimagining of Carlo Collodi's 1883 novel, The Adventures of Pinocchio. That is, of course, public domain. This is all part of an intriguing new movement in the space where horror filmmakers are transforming popular IPs like Pinocchio into terrifying horror films. Why? Because they can. Free will is a bizarre and wonderful thing. While most of these films have been forgettable little slasher romps, the work being done over at Jagged Edge Productions is easily the best I've seen in this new subgenre. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, as well as Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, are the cream of the crop due to their brutal practical effects and attention to detail. I feel like the thing that makes these films stand above the rest is their attention to detail and respect for the IP that it came from. Some folks are claiming that these films are ruining their childhoods, but in reality, I think these filmmakers actually care about these IPs that they're riffing on. I don't know, man, I really like them. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 made me honey, and a movie has never made me do that before. Speaking of which, Pinocchio Unstrung, or PU for short, is coming from Blood and Honey 1 and 2 director Rhys Frake Waterfield. I think this might be his best yet. PU follows Geppetto, played by Rob Zombie mainstay Richard Brake, fuck yeah baby, who introduces his grandson James to a magical doll called Pinocchio, who develops a friendship. However, unaware of Pinocchio's naive nature, James introduces him to the world, resulting in the doll going on a crusade to eliminate all things bad. Another notable cast member here is Robert Englund voicing the Cricket, or Jiminy Cricket, essentially. We'll talk more about his nightmarish inspiration a little later on. My first impression of the trailer is that it looks like it's sending the TCU into the body horror subgenre like never before. Pinocchio seems to be going through an identity crisis as always, but maybe finding some new things to say with this age-old story along the way. The icing on this splintery cake is some of the gory kills that were shown. That scene of the girl coming out of the shower and stepping on Pinocchio's nose is outrageous, and I love it. Sadly though, you know that scene is already on Feet Finder. Cracking open the trailer, we meet James, who goes to his grandfather Geppetto's house after the loss of who I think is his brother Zach.
I wish Zach was still here.
The trailer doesn't make it exactly clear, but like this has got to be the loss of a sibling, right? To help soothe his time of mourning is little Pinocchio, who James' grandfather Geppetto introduces him to in their scary-ass wet basement. Look, they're already playing hide and seek together. Pinocchio's design here is creepy as fuck, and some of the movie even utilizes a practical puppet created by Emmy Award winner Todd Masters. Some of the VFX looks a little jerky and wooden, but like, doesn't that kind of work for the boy that's made out of wood?
I want to be just like you.
If he wasn't made out of wood, I wouldn't be making this point, but like, he's literally made out of wood. This almost feels purposeful. James shows Pinocchio that the only difference between them is that he has organs keeping him alive, opposed to like the magic of the forest or some shit. Pinocchio exclaims that he wants to be just like James. Cricket and this talking moss tree character that I love the look of twist Pinocchio's quest and make it evil as he searches for body parts.
Piece by piece, we'll take everything you need to be real.
As you can see, little Cricket here is very inspired by Mr. Freddy Krueger in terms of his design. He's even got a claw very similar to the knife hands of Mr. Krueger. Might as well call him Fricket, or Krueger, but with a C instead. Robert Englund was born to play horror villains, man. Pinocchio's rampage commences, and his main weapon seems to be his razor-sharp nose, sort of like Michael Myers' kitchen knife or Jason's machete. Speaking of the personality of this little killer, I think it's really interesting that Pinocchio is wearing the skin of a woman that he kills.
One hell of a glow-up, kid.
I think she looks beautiful, baby. It seems like Pinocchio is having a gender identity crisis, very similar to the likes of Glenn or Glenda from Seed of Chucky.
Glenda?
That's my name.
Don't you wear it out?
Pinocchio rips off some stretchy face meat from this dude in the hospital and then packs his empty wooden husk with some organs. On top of that, he whacks this swimmer in the face, scalps another character by doing a backflip, and hangs up some lady at the gym by her fucking intestines. Pinocchio apparently set his strength meter to like 100 and his intelligence to 0, but that's okay. That makes for some interesting characters. I also love the red eyes he has in this shot, almost making him seem like he's got a bloodlust thing going on. It might be kind of messed up to see this character go from this like innocent but like nefarious sort of motive of I want to be a real boy and I'll do whatever it takes to get that, so I'm gonna kill a bunch of people and pack myself full of organs, but then he gets a taste for blood. He likes to kill people. The best kinds of villains are the ones that are tragic because they're relatable.
I'm going to be a real boy.
You might feel bad for this guy, even though he is doing some pretty awful things here. After the title card drops, we of course get at least one more scene of Pinocchio killing people. He's yanking teeth out of some girl's mouth like he's Dr. Alan Feinstein.
Let's give you a smile.
One last thing I'll mention about this movie is that Michael Darling, played by Peter D'Souza Feoni from Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, is said to be in this flick too. This may play into that connective tissue that all 5 of the movies in the Poohniverse right now seemingly have. One of the most notable examples of this in the multiple movies that we have so far is in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, Christopher Robin's therapist is Mary Darling, who of course ends up being Michael's mother in Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. Also, I don't know if this is anything, but I will mention it as well. Peter, the same actor here, played the young Winnie the Pooh from Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. Remember that flashback scene where we saw little baby Pooh running around? That was him! It would be interesting if Pinocchio was one of the many failed experiments from Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 that explained the backstory of our talking woodland critters. Maybe this dark version of Geppetto was connected to all of that too.
The subject is dangerous, born evil.
Maybe all of this could be set up for the upcoming Poohniverse Monsters Assemble, a movie that is going to get all of our good guys and bad guys into one big amalgamation that's likely going to have a lot more blood, guts, and creature effects. Bring it on, baby. The PU trailer looks like the perfect blend of fantasy and horror that these movies mix together so well. It's a little mean-spirited with the kills, but that's sweetened up a bit with the whimsy and fantastical elements of the creatures doing it. Robert Englund especially understands the assignment, delivering some chilling lines for this animated character. This is a really strong start for the film that I believe is going to be my new favorite in the Poohniverse. Sadly, we don't have a release date yet for this one, but with the trailer dropping earlier this week, I imagine it's probably gonna come sometime soon. Stay tuned for more updates. What do you guys think about Pinocchio Unstrung? Leave me your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.